welcome to Tales of Honor Podcast, a podcast dedicated to telling the true stories of the Congressional Medal of Honor. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tales of Honor Podcast. I'm your host, Christoph Ambrosch. And, hey, we're one more episode closer to Christmas. That's next week. So the day after the next episode will be Christmas. And today's episode is episode 56, and it's going to take us back once again to World War II. And it's being brought to you by my good friends over at Sunrise Linens. Look, I hope you placed your order with Sunrise Linens to hopefully get it in time for Christmas, because they're a vintage vibe clothing business that offers a quality handmade clothing product right here in the good old US of A. And I saw them on their social media this week pushing out everything, getting the last of their orders sent out before Christmas. So I hope yours is included in that, and I hope when you're on their store, which is etsy.com/shop/Sunrise Linens, that you entered the promo code TOH25. And I hope you got your 25% off your order. And if not, don't worry. There's always next time. It's never too late to place an order there. It just may be too late to get it in time for Christmas. Be sure you follow them on Facebook and Instagram. They'll put up their new items that they're going to have up for sale, any sales going on and whatnot, and other good content as well. Sunrise Linens for nostalgia and wandering. And now, a tale of honor. Eli Whiteley was born on the 10th of December, 1913, on a farm in Georgetown, Texas. His family farm raised goats and turkeys, as well as cotton and grains. Eli was a member of the Future Farmers of America during high school, and he was also active in sports such as football and track. He graduated from high school on the 21st of May, 1932, and went on to apply to Texas A&M. Eli's father had been notified that Eli would need additional coursework at a junior college before he could attend, and so Eli took up as many jobs as he could during the Great Depression in order to save up money to attend school. After working for 6 years, Eli again applied to Texas A&M and was accepted in 1938. He continued to work 2 jobs in order to pay his college costs, and also took on heavy course loads and 3 summer sessions in order to graduate with a Bachelor of Science degree in agriculture in August of 1941. Eli's plans were to head to graduate school at North Carolina State College, but his plans changed with the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th. He notified the draft board to insert his name for the next call, and on the 12th of April, 1942, Eli was drafted into the U.S. Army and attended basic training at Camp Walters in Texas. He then attended a non-commissioned officer training course and was then selected for Infantry Officers Candidate School at Fort Benning, Georgia. After completion, Eli was a training officer at Camp Walters and then received orders for Europe and was assigned to Company L, 15th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. It was his actions in eastern France that would earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads, "While leading his platoon on December 27, 1944, in savage house-to-house fighting through the fortress town of Sigelsheim, France, he attacked a building through a street swept by withering mortar and automatic weapons fire. He was hit and severely wounded in the arm and shoulder, but he charged into the house alone and killed its 2 defenders. Hurling smoke and fragmentation grenades before him, he reached the next house and stormed inside, killing 2 and capturing 11 of the enemy. He continued leading his platoon in the extremely dangerous task of clearing hostile troops from strong points along the streets until he reached a building held by fanatical Nazi troops. Although suffering from wounds which had rendered his left arm useless, he advanced on this strongly defended house and, after blasting out a wall with bazooka fire, charged through a hail of bullets. Wedging his submachine gun under his uninjured arm, he rushed into the house through the hole torn by his rockets, killed 5 of the enemy, and forced the remaining 12 to surrender. As he emerged to continue his fearless attack, he was again hit and critically wounded. In agony, and with one eye pierced by a shell fragment, he shouted for his men to follow him to the next house. He was determined to stay in the fighting and remained at the head of his platoon until forcibly evacuated. By his disregard for personal safety, his aggressiveness while suffering from severe wounds, his determined leadership and superb courage, First Lieutenant Whiteley killed 9 Germans, captured 23 more, and spearheaded an attack which cracked the core of enemy resistance in a vital area. After the battle, Eli was moved to an aid station and thought to not survive his injuries, which included the loss of an eye. He then spent time in hospitals in France, and then in March of 1945, he was moved to the Stark General Hospital in Charleston, South Carolina, and then to Dibble Army Hospital in Menlo Park, California. Here, Eli received plastic surgery and was fitted for an artificial eye. While still a patient, Eli reported to the White House on the 23rd of August 1945 and received the Medal of Honor from President Truman. He was discharged as a captain in May of 1946 and went on to teach at Texas A&M. He did follow through with his plans to get his master's degree from North Carolina State and received that degree in 1949. Later that year, he went on to marry Anna Saunders, and they had 2 sons and 3 daughters. Eli spent the rest of his teaching career at College Station and went on to earn his Ph.D. with research on crops like canola, sugar, hops, and soybeans. He also served as president of the Congressional Medal of Honor Society and was inducted into the Infantry School Hall of Fame. Eli retired in 1979 and died of a heart attack on the 2nd of December 1986, just 8 days short of his 73rd birthday. Not only did Texas A&M honor Eli by placing his flag-draped coffin in the rotunda of the Systems Administration Building for campus viewing, an honor only ever done here for a former university president, but they also dedicated a memorial park on the campus to his memory and renamed a dormitory the Eli L. Whiteley Hall. His Medal of Honor is located in the Sam Houston Sanders Corps of Cadets Center, along with a bronze plaque. Eli Whiteley is buried in the College Station City Cemetery. And that was a Tale of Honor. Thank you so much for listening to Tales of Honor podcast. And if you like this podcast, please be sure to leave a nice review, a good rating, and tell a friend. Look, some of the best Christmas presents don't always cost money. If you're kind of stuck for a Christmas present idea this year, just give them the knowledge of this podcast. Do that. Say, hey, Merry Christmas. I thought long and hard, and I feel that the best gift I could give to you is to make you listen to all 56 episodes of Tales of Honor. That's what you should do. You really should. And you know what? It's the gift that keeps on giving. You can see more information on our Facebook page, Instagram, and at talesofhonorpodcast.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can send them to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, I'm Christoph Ambrose. Thanks for listening.